ডিজিজ কি শোনা যাচ্ছে? আসছে নাকি? আচ্ছা, ক্রনিক অবস্ট্রাকটিভ পালমোনারি ডিজিজ। আসে না কেন? আপনাদের এটা বন্ধ হয়ে গেল। হ্যাঁ, পরের স্টেজে যাচ্ছে না। হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে। First, we must know the definition. Possibly, you know, it is a progressive, preventable, controllable. আচ্ছা, আপনি থাকেন কাছেই। Controllable and non-reversible airflow limitation, obstruction during expiration. The chronic airflow limitation characteristic of COPD is caused by a mixture. এখন দেখতে পাচ্ছ ওরা is caused by a mixture of small airway disease, chronic bronchitis, and parenchymal destruction like emphysema. So the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, it is a two disease. Chronic bronchitis. Definition: cough and sputum on most days for at least 3 consecutive months for at least 2 successive years. So 2 successive years and 3 2 successive or consecutive years, at least 3 executive or consecutive months. So please remember the definition. Emphysema characterized by abnormal permanent enlargement of the air spaces distal to the terminal bronchioles. Epidemiology. Why we are interested about the COPD? Main importance is that it is one of the leading cause of death, and already it is now the third leading cause. Prevalence is increasing. Prevalence is directly related to the prevalence of tobacco smoking. So tobacco smoking increases, it is the COPD increases. So in history, smoking must be included. Pathology. It is a non-reversible condition. How it develops? It is a chronic inflammatory response of the lungs to noxious particles and gases, causes remodeling and narrowing of the small airways, destruction of the lung parenchyma, and also decreased lung elastic coil. That is leading to ultimately increased mucus production, reduced mucociliary clearance, leading to cough and sputum production, and pulmonary hyperinflation, hypoxia, and hypercapnia. That means the patient with COPD, because of the irritant and noxious agent that is remodeling the lung tissue, will make ultimately loss of the elastic recoil and destruction of the lung parenchyma with the hypersecretion of the goblet cells, ultimately leading to type 2 respiratory failure, that is pulmonary hyperinflation, hypoxia, and hypercapnia. Please remember the phenomena. Risk factors at a glance. So maximum risk factor related to COPD causation, first is the tobacco. Tobacco of any form, that is in a smoking, tobacco paste, tobacco chewing, tobacco gulls, tobacco other form of cigarette, bidi, or like that in any form. It is the biofuel, that is the firewoods, can make the air polluted. Coal, crops residue, cow dung can be a cause of the COPD. Occupation, coal miners, cadmium workers. So in history taking must be clear. Outdoor and indoor air pollution, low birth weight, low socioeconomic condition, smoking, maternal smoking. Mother is a smoker. There is a chance of lung growth retardation and ultimately can cause the COPD. Recurrent lung infection, cannabis, and other uh, possibility. Risk factors, other host factors. Genetically, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, airway hyperresponsiveness, lung development and growth, gender, more in female, race, more in Caucasian. Risks continued, exposure. Occupational dust, fumes, smokes, indoor and outdoor air pollution, socioeconomic status, already I mentioned. How to diagnose? Please be attentive to the, I think you can see the board. Okay, good. So history taking, there is a HO. History, how history can help to diagnose. In like all cases, history is the first element to be explored. What is that? That history should start the present complaint to past and to personal, especially occupational and the environmental, the use of smoking, how to calculate the pack years. I think you already know by quantity of smoke per day, usually greater than 10 packs per year, and 1 pack year is equal to 20 cigarettes per day per year. What does it mean? That to calculate the pack years by quantity of smoked per day, that is usually the effect will be there if it is 10 pack years. 10 pack years. What does it mean? If a person take one per day, 20 cigarettes per day for 1 year, that is every day taking 20 cigarettes. If it is 1 year, then 1 pack year. And that is the way to calculation pack year. So 20 cigarette per day per year. Age of initiating smoking, still smoker or not, date of cessation, and passive smoking. That is also important, that you are not a smoker, but you are outside, that it is you are being smoked from the others. That the other are a smoker, the bed, the partners, the other students, the other indwellers. That may be a problem. Also the society, in the bar or in the restaurant, there is a chance now. Environmental and occupational, that is history, should be very clearly written. Cough. First thing, that cough for 7 days, 3 days is not a diagnosis. It should be at least 3 months productive cough, chronicity, frequency of or duration, awakening, productivity response, or absence of blood. Absence of blood or presence of blood. Sometimes the hemoptysis may be related with the presence of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And that is a signal that it has going to the malignancy or others. Shortness of breath. As I mentioned, that the shortness of breath is one of the main complaints to present to the doctors. Wheezing. Patient can here that I have sound during expiration. Acute chest illness. Sometimes that all chronic obstructive pulmonary disease is a condition that the patient usually have irreversible condition of the lung damage, and there is recurrent infection causing the exaggeration. That is why there is acute chest illness is usually related with the condition. Physical examination, sign of airflow obstruction. What are the signs frequently asked in the Viva, in the SAQ, Dhaka University, and in the clinical examination in the bed? That what are the signs? That presence on auscultatory findings, there is on inspection, restricted movement, palpation, that is expansion reduced, and the percussion, there is hyperresonant, that is the inflation of the lung, and on auscultation, main finding on auscultation, there will be rhonchi with crepitation, prolongation of the forced expiratory time, and hyperresonant chest by auscultation. Sign of emphysema, that is one thing that there must be obstructive fissure. And what are the obstructive fissure? That lungs become expanded, that is the anteroposterior diameter is increased. Normally the horizontal or the diameter right to left or left to right is more than the anteroposterior. But in case of the COPD, the chest is anteroposteriorly, so it become a barrel shaped. That is the one word speaking that the chest is barrel shaped. That anteroposterior diameter is increased or equal to the horizontal. Sign of emphysema, that is hyperresonant lungs, over distension of the lung in a stable state, low diaphragmatic position, decrease intensity of the breath and heart sound. Very important that how high that emphysema is diagnosed. Emphysema diagnosis is that the more air is entrapped, lung is full of air always, it is normality. But when we will tell that there is emphysematous condition, that it is hyperresonant, over distension, and this diaphragm is low set, decreased intensity of the, because of the air and emphysematous state, the heart sounds appear to be distant. That is very important, that heart sound is a bit distant. So heart sound become decreased in intensity. That is also a sign of hyperresonance or emphysematous or distended chest. Be careful about these two signs. Then the this is the physical examination, severe disease, the past sleep. If you, in word, I told that the obstructive fissure and the emphysematous fissure. But on physical examination, what we will see, that shortness of breath, that the past lipped breathing, that is the lip is closed and try to breathe out. That is normally that to open the mouth and breathing, but in the pursed lip means there is a closed lip trial to breathe out, to make the more force of the air to breathe out. That is the pursed lip. Use of accessory respiratory muscles, indrawing of the lower intercostal space, and cyanosis. Right heart failure sign. What is this right heart failure sign? That the prominent P2, right-sided hip, parasternal hip, that is called, and there is a right heart failure signs, that is the raised JVB, congested tender liver, enlarged, and the dependent edema. Please remember that in case of COPD, it is obstructive lung disease. So pulmonary artery and pulmonary hypertension is a consequence, and that is called the core pulmonary or the pulmonary hypertension with or without failure due to chronic lung disease is core pulmonary. And the failure means they have a sign of 3 signs, that is raised GBP, enlarged tender liver, and dependent edema. And of course, the other consequences, shortness of breath, cyanosis, poor sleep, and use of the accessory muscle, intercostal indrawings. These are the consequences. Usually in the night when the patient is hypercapnic, in the morning patient is complaining that I have headache after sleep. So that is a condition. Clavig is not a fissure, but for differential diagnosis of mucogenic carcinoma, bronchiectasis, cystic fibrosis, that is a chance of the thing. Chest X-ray. How chest X-ray help to learn COPD? Hyperinflated lungs, of course, the fibular, the lung tissues, and low set diaphragm. Tubular heart shape. Please remember that tubular shaping of the heart is a consequence of the uh, inflated lungs. The CBC, yes. In the CBC, that complete blood count will make that usually it is a exaggeration of the infection and WBC will be high. First thing that there will be hemoglobin level will be high. Why hemoglobin level? Because of the secondary polycythemia develop in case of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, even patient is anemic, the hemoglobin will be higher because patient is always hypoxic. And that hypoxia will stimulate the erythropoietin, and that erythropoietin will make the hemoglobin to be higher to carry more oxygen. Please remember that CBC, number one, there is neutrophilia, there is high hemoglobin level, polycythemic state, and of course, the spirometry other will lead the restricted form of the lung disease, restricted. That is, the lung is not expansible as is required, and all the vital capacities, the residual volume is increased, vital capacity is low, force expiratory volume is low in relation to the vital capacity, there is equal. So that's why it is a restrictive form of the heart, a restrictive form of the pulmonary disease. So please remember that specific volumes and capacities, as I told, that mainly the residual volume, because some air entered only but never come out. That is the entrapment of the air, and it is useless. That is the increment of the dead spaces. Please remember that dead space increases, actual functioning airflow is very limited, and the carbon dioxide diffusion, this carbon monoxide diffusing capacity is also reduced. ABG is a major monitoring tools. Why? Pulse oximetry, like this corona now in these days, we use the pulse oximetry everywhere to know the hypoxic state. Normal raise is 95 to 100%. If it is below 95%, that there is a compromise. It is 95% by a pulse oximetry, 92, definitely hypoxic. 92% is the minimum target to be normal breathing. If it is 80 means severely, 70 means severely, need high flow oxygen administration and the high flow cannula, and that is the policy of the coming. In this condition, the pulse oximetry is very indicative before the invasive test of the ABG, that is the ABG, that is the arterial blood gas monitoring. That is, they taken the blood from the artery and it is used to know the pH, know the oxygen saturation, know the carbon dioxide arterial pressure, and there is the base deficit or acid excess, because the carbonic acid or carbon dioxide will produce the acidic part and there is a acidosis. It is a respiratory acidosis. So patient will be acidotic, that is the 7.4, it will be nearly 6.9 or 7 or 7.1. That means the patient having the acidotic state and acidotic breath also. So Last thing that sometime we missed in the early case of the COPD, that is diagnosed more by HRCT, the high resolution computer tomography. High resolution computer tomography will give the main idea. So difference between COPD and asthma, very important. We are confused to the, is it a COPD or is it a confusion? কত মিনিট আছে বলবেন আমাকে শেষ করতে হবে লেকচারটা। So COPD and asthma, it is a challenge in the bedside. In onset, COPD is the midlife. COPD never start in the early 20s or other, no. It is usually 35 plus or 40 plus, and the asthma may start in the early life. History of long smoking, history of allergy and asthma. In case of eczema, slow, কত মিনিট আছে? Slow কবে গেছে? হ্যাঁ? সময় আছে, very good. আমাকে একটু সিগন্যাল দিবেন, হ্যাঁ, 5 মিনিট আগে। It's a slow and progressive sign symptom. COPD does not start as acutely as asthma. So as I mentioned that there is a daily variation, peak early, and in case of COPD, there is minimum variation of the sign symptom. That means that I want to make that if you do peak expiratory flow 4 times in a day, 6-12, 6-12, do the peak expiratory flow. The variation of the peak flow is more marked in case of bronchial asthma, because lowest peak flow will be around 1 AM and after, around 4, because the cortisone is the lowest after 1 and highest in the morning. So as the morning goes, the patient becomes, what are daytime bronchial asthma is a bit less attack than the night. So all acute attack in the bronchial asthma is usually in the late night. Why? Because of the lowest secretion of prednisolone or cortisone. It is not external, the inherent cortisone. So please remember, my dear student, that the asthma slide বড় করবেন, বড় করলে তাহলে আপনি পার্সিপেন্ট এসে গেছে, আর তো দরকার নেই আমার। 84 আসছে না, কতজন হলো? 84ই ধরেন নাকি? 84, ঠিক আছে, তাহলে বড় করে দেন, বড় করে দেন। এটা একটু সরাই দেন। এখানে থাকলে হয় না? Okay, my dear student, so variation of the sign symptoms more marked in case of asthma. In case of COPD, there is less variation of the diurnal, that is the time variation, day and night variation is very less, as I mentioned, because the COPD is not steroid responsive. Asthma is a steroid responsive disease. So it is important. Suppose you do the CBC. Usually in acute attack, CBC will show neutrophilia, N, neutrophilia. Neutrophils will be high. In case of asthma, eosinophil will be remaining high. That is also a difference between the airway hyperresponsiveness. Usually airway hyperresponsiveness is not so marked as the asthma. Suppose there is a methacholine test, there is a challenge with the bronchodilator test, the hyperresponsiveness is positive in case of asthma. And this hyperresponsiveness, this is a chronic disease. COPD is a